creative, what's up? It's your girl Jamila and welcome back to my laboratory. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Christmas version of that viral mama shirt that's going around, but I'm also going to show you how I used my Cricut to turn these embroidery files into an SVG so I could cut out the applique pieces and save me so much time. Why didn't y'all tell me about this sooner? If you didn't know like I didn't know, don't worry about it. I'll show you all of that and more in today's video. And of course, everything I use will be linked in the description box of this video. And if you like this video, you learned something new, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and make sure that bell notification's on so you don't miss any of my upcoming craft tutorials. Alright creative, so the first thing we're going to do is start off in the Chroma software, and to do this you need the Chroma Luxe, okay? Chroma Luxe or above. I know you cannot do it with Chroma Inspire, okay? But from now until November 21st, 2023, Chroma is having their Black November sale, so they're doing 50% off their software. So if you wanted to upgrade from Inspire to Luxe, now is the perfect time to do it because they're having a great sale. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and import our file. And let me see, I'm gonna hit File, Open, and go to my downloads, and let's find this file. I think this is it. Yeah. And of course I'll have the link to this file in the description box of this video because no, I didn't digitize it. I got it off. See, I'm going to use this 8x12 one and insert that. Okay, let me change my background. So if you see this is yellow, if you wanted to change the background of your screen or whatever, we're going to go right here. And then you're just going to select the color. Let's just take it back to white. All right, so this is what it looks like. And I'll be using my D-hoop. So if you want to make sure that it fits in your, let's zoom out a little bit. Where is my zoom? I just pinched my screen, y'all. I can't even find it. Okay, so we're going to go up here to our hoop, and yep, we're going to be using the 12.2 by 8.3 hoop, and we're going to hit OK. And as you can see, it fits just enough space to not hit the top of this hoop. Okay, so, and you can also see up here it's telling me the design is 11 inches wide, 7.81 inches tall, has 19,516 stitches, 35 colors, 35 stops, 6 trims. All right, so those are all the details of it. Now to take this embroidery file and turn it into an SVG so we can cut it out with our cutter. When you're doing applique, you have your tray stitch, your tack down stitch, and then like the satin stitch or the border, whatever stitch it is that you're using on the end, right? So we're going to take our tray stitch, right click it, hit convert to artwork, scoot that back over there, hit this little drop down, this little plus sign right here, and we see the artwork, right? So make sure the artwork is selected, and then you can go over here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the little 5th icon on your toolbar in the second row, and it says cutter. So you're going to click that, and you see we have our little M right here. And if you want, which I actually do, let me take off this optimized rotation, just helps me visualize things better. Okay, so for seam allowance right now it's at 0.0. Let's do 20 and see, and hit apply. And you see, so with the seam allowance, this little gray outline here is basically the blue is the original size, and the gray outline is going to be the new size, so you can see how much bigger that is going to be than the original. That's a little too big. Like I want enough to I want to cut my vinyl a little bit bigger than the original design, just to make sure that when it's doing the last final stitch, it has enough to catch on, if that makes sense, right? And this is all personal preference. You can just leave it how it is. You know, you don't have to change anything, but if you wanted to. So let's do, we did 20, so let's do 10. Hit apply. Yeah, that looks better to me because it's just a little bit extra, and that's what I wanted. And you're gonna go ahead and hit save. Right here, save as type. You're gonna go all the way down, and right here, save it as a SVG, a scalable vector graphic, right? And of course, you would name the file. Now, so that is how you would do it, okay? But I'm just going to go ahead and do it all at once. Let's see. So again, you have your placement stitch, tack down, and your satin stitch, right? So you want to do it for your placement stitch. So highlight the placement stitch, right click, convert to artwork. And let me do it again for my other M. Highlight, right click, convert to artwork. And you would just do that for all the pieces you want. Now, to save time on this video, I'm not even going to go through it. But then you would hit this little plus arrow right there. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Plus arrow and plus arrow. And you can hit, if you have a Windows, is it the shift or the control? Hold on, let me see. Shift. No, it's not the shift key. It's the control key. So select it, hit control, and then you can select multiple at one time. Okay. Then we'll go up here to the little cutter icon. And you see it has all of the ones that I selected. And you can go ahead and put your little seam allowance if you want. And what you do for one is going to do for all. So seam allowance there. You see the seam allowance there, seam allowance there, right? Save. Save as type. Scroll all the way down to SVG. Name your file. Let's say we're going to say Mama Cut File. Hit save. Okay. And here it is. So we're pretty much done with this, right? So I always like to print the production sheet of this. So it's going to basically, you know, tell you in what order it's going to stitch out. And this is what's going to help you plug in your colors later, okay? So go ahead and print that out and let's get out of there. And now I'm using Cricut. So of course I'm in Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to go ahead and hit upload. And I'm going to take those files, and you have to drag and drop at one time, unfortunately. So for whatever reason, and I don't know if it's just my Cricut that's doing that, because you know how Design Space be acting glitchy or whatever, but it just shows up blank, okay? But that's fine. Just go ahead and hit upload. And it's still blank right here, right? But if you see, if you select it, and I've already uploaded the other ones, you select it and hit add to canvas, it uploads, which is like so weird, but you know what, whatever works, right? So we have all of our letters. And I'm just gonna go ahead and change these all to the same color, just so I can just, you know, use one mat to cut them out. But I'm going to use different vinyls. So you really wouldn't do anything unless you want to change the color like I'm doing right there. But the way it's inserted right here, you're done. You know, you just take it the way it's inserted. Go ahead and hit make it. Now, since I'm using HTV, I do need to mirror my design. But if you're using fabric, don't mirror, okay? So it really just depends on what material you're using for this. But yeah, so you just, place it on my mat, and I'm going to lay my HTV on my mat the same way that this vinyl is placed, and we can cut it out. Now, this mama shirt is going viral like on TikTok and all platforms basically, right? So say you make this mama claw shirt and it goes viral, cutting your applique pieces like this is going to save you so much time on orders. I cannot believe y'all didn't tell me about this trick earlier, okay? But hey, better late than never. And if you didn't know, like I didn't know, now we both know. And I'm save you time on your projects, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and move over to the Cricut and the embroidery machine and just go ahead and finish off the rest of this project. So I'm going to go ahead and use my paper trimmer to cut down my HTV to the correct size. And I'm using some Caesar Easy Weed and Red Metal HTV. Both of these are from Heat Transfer Warehouse. And of course, I'll have the link in the description box below, as well as everything else I used in this video. And I'm using the vinyl setting on my Cricut to go ahead and cut it out. Now, like I said earlier, people usually do use fabric with applique projects, and if you want to do that, you'll need to go ahead and bond your fabric, okay? So you need to use some heat and bond to the back of your fabric before using your Cricut to cut it out. So while everything is cutting out, I'm just going to go ahead and start hooping my sweatshirt. And I'm using a Bella Canvas fleece sweatshirt, and I put a crease in the middle to help me center my design. And I added a piece of tape so I'll know where I want my design to start. Okay, I'm then going to go ahead and add my design to my embroidery machine. And again, I'm selecting my D hoop for this project, and I'll just go ahead and insert my colors. And for my first few colors, like my placement stitch on each letter, I want my frame to pop out. So I'll go ahead and hit that setting on my embroidery machine while I'm inserting my colors. So it's going to do the trace stitch, then it'll pop out. I'll put my applique down, put the frame back in. It'll do the tack down stitch and outer stitch, etc., etc. Okay. And yeah, make sure when you're putting your garment on your embroidery machine that the sewing arm is free, okay? So you want to make sure no fabric is underneath, because you will stitch your project together, and ask me how I know, okay? Speaking from experience, okay? Save yourself the heartache and make sure your sewing arm is free. So I went ahead and traced out my design, made sure everything was where I wanted to be, and my needle wasn't touching any of the edges. And it just did the placement stitch, so the frame popped out, and as you can see, I'm putting it back in. And now it's going to do the tack down stitch, and I'm using some chopsticks to kind of like hold the vinyl in place so it doesn't fold on itself or shift. I'm trying to use chopsticks, but I really like to use my finger, but that is so dangerous. And everybody keeps telling me to stop, so I'm trying to stop, but I don't really like the chopsticks. I feel like I could have held it in place better with my fingers, but hey, I'm trying, okay? And I did remove the HTV from the carrier sheet before I placed it on the shirt, okay? Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, you've learned something new, please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and make sure your bell notification's on so you don't miss any of my craft tutorials. And if you've been interested in getting a Chroma embroidery machine, y'all know Black Friday, not Black Friday, but Black November, I'm sorry, is the best time to go ahead and grab their embroidery machines, because right now until the 21st of November 2023, your payments could be as low as $155 a month. They're doing free shipping, and if you want to go ahead and upgrade your Chroma software, it's 50% off. Okay, we all know embroidery software is expensive, so if I could get it for half price, that's definitely the best time to buy. Okay, of course the affiliate link will be in the description box of this video, as well as everything else that I used. So I basically just repeated this whole process for all of my applique pieces, so I'm not going to torture y'all and just make make you watch that. So I did cut it out the video. Now I did figure about the hat being an applique piece, and the star is also an applique piece as well, but I had to go ahead and cut those by hand. Y'all, when I tell y'all cutting this out with the Cricut is such a lifesaver, I really can't believe that I hadn't been doing it sooner. Um, So Ricky, aka my Chroma embroidery machine, can stitch 1,000 stitches a minute, right? That's the fastest it can go. So this design is 19,000 stitches. And with it going at its max speed, it should take about 19 minutes or so to stitch out, right? And it did. It took probably about maybe like 20, 21 minutes to stitch out. And but had I been cutting my applique pieces by hand like I normally would, it probably would have took about 30, 35 minutes to stitch out. Okay, we love a time saving project. I love a good project, and if I can make it go faster and be efficient, even better. And of course, like I said, I don't know if y'all have seen the little mama sweatshirts that are, it's literally everywhere. Okay, it's going viral. So if you wanted to do this, cutting out your pieces ahead of time will definitely save you time, which will definitely help you make more money, because the more you can do, the more you can sell, right? Anyway, yeah, so guys, when y'all see something go viral, hop on the trend, but make it your own. Everybody's just doing like the plain mama letters, but now there's a mama clause. Okay, so you know just do things, but put your own spin on it. So once everything is completed, of course, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off my cutaway stabilizer. Then I'm going to do a little few cleanup pieces because there are like some jump stitches or whatnot. But y'all, this is so freaking adorable. I absolutely love how this shirt came out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. I really hope this video was helpful. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.